Hey, Nishan, tell you why Kimber's the best 1911.
So kind of like my outfit here, that question that Rex just posed. It's a joke. All right, the Kimber Micro 9. All I can say is Ryan Busse, if you're watching this video, or Busse, however you want to pronounce it, you can take this back with you to wherever you came from, probably back with Kathy Gibber and her organization, and continue trying to strip our gun rights away, because this firearm is a piece of shit. So now that we got all the beeps out of the way, we'll roll into an actual real world review of this little micro 45. Not a 45, this is a 9mm. You would imagine and you would expect a 1911 to have one of the best triggers that you've ever felt. It should be very crisp. The way that trigger releases, the trip in the shoe should all be just magical. I don't think I've pulled a trigger on a firearm in the last 10 years that's as terrible as this Kimber Micro 9. I mean, it is just god awful long and stiff, and 20 pounds of pressure later, it's gonna go off. The reset on it, again, it's terrible. I can't even feel where the wall's at. There's so much squish in there. It's worse than a Glock trigger. Hey Rex, you heard it. It's worse than a Glock trigger. Kimber did try to do something fancy here with the rubberized grip and have it flare out a little bit underneath near the mag well. Definitely didn't extend the mag well, but for I believe this is 7 rounds, so 7 plus 1 in a 9mm and a 1911 style frame. It is just misses the mark on every possible way. The front sight and rear sights are both illuminated on this. They're both night sights. It's got obviously not a full length guide rod because it's not a full length pistol. The Kimber, this one says it's made in Troy, Alabama. Don't know where Ryan Busse decided to push most of their production from. But if you want to support Kimber, who supported Ryan Busse for so many years to make sure that we don't have, that no one can have high capacity magazines, we're going to stick with that 1911 style frame because you can't have more than 7 rounds. That was his justification. And just, the over politicization that he provided the entire industry as he fought hand over fist and did his very best to make sure that we as Americans don't have the firearms, the scary firearms as he calls them, the scary black guns. Then go ahead and support Kimber because they were super supportive of that man. I believe he was the vice president of sales for the last several years of his career. But hey, I've fired some really nice Kimbers that have had tons and tons of polishing and work done to them. They tend to work well, but just like my outfit here today, this little guy right here is kind of a joke.